People, the next is the concept of money multiplier. I told you that the approach we are going to use to measure money supply, that approach is known as money multiplier approach. Okay, so we are moving towards the portion where we will now understand what is money multiplier, the concept of money multiplier. Okay, it says the money which is created by the Reserve Bank of India is known as the monetary base or high powered money. The money which is created by RBI is known as the monetary base, the base given to commercial banks to work on. Okay, so that monetary base, the money which is created by the RBI in the economy is known as high powered money or monetary base. Clear hai? Banks create money by making loans, what we call credit money. Are we clear? A bank loans or invests its excess reserves to earn more interest. All of you understand this thing? Whatever reserves are kept with the bank, I will show you one working also Abhi right now. I'll show you one working. You will understand that part. So whatever reserves are there, excess reserves means CRR, SLR can also be used for the investment purpose in gold or SLR securities. Then the remaining amount also can be invested in the market as a loan, right? Whenever there is 1 rupee increase, it is an example, 1 rupee increase in the monetary base, that is in this high powered money, will cause the money supply to increase by more than 1 rupee. Because it will have multiple effects. Are we clear? Yes or no? If you want to check that with additional money supply, or if you want to check with additional with additional rupee, with additional money, how much total change is there in money supply, the increase in the money supply is the money multiplier. Means I invested 1 extra rupee in the market. Just now I told you 1 extra rupee will increase the money supply with multifolds. Yes or no? So with that additional rupee, what is the actual change in the money supply? That will be measured by money multiplier. Are we clear? With additional investment, with additional increase in money, how much money supply increase, we will measure the change in money supply using money multiplier. Are you clear with this thing? Will yes or no?
सर ये एग्जांपल भी है
अभी आएगा, सब एग्जांपल्स आएंगे सर. वो सिर्फ एक रेफरेंस है कि अगर आप if you put 1 extra rupee, it will have multiple effects in the money, on the money supply. That is, for that purpose we have just studied that part, nothing else. Huh? We will study it. How we will study it, don't worry. So it says money is either currency held by the public or bank deposits. Yes or no? What is money? Money which is there with public, money which is there with bank. Total will be the total money. Yes or no? As I told you previously also, monetary base is equal to what? Monetary base M equals to what? C plus D. That is the money held by public and the bank deposits. Currency with public and deposits. Are we clear? Yes or no? total money should be equal to what? Total money should be equal to what? Whatever change in money supply is there, which is known as the money multiplier. It means if you are saying 20% money supply has increased, so what will be the value of small m? 0.2. Yes or no? 20% of what? 20% of the monetary base, if you remember, I told you. देखिए लिखा हुआ ना, 1 rupee increase in the monetary base caused the money supply to increase by more than 1 rupee. Yes or no? Right? It means when money supply will increase, one second. Yeah. This is total money. This is money multiplier. And this is monetary base. Are we clear? Yes or no? Where M is the money supply, total money supply, M, small m is the money multiplier, and MB is the monetary base or high powered money, which is created by the RBI. I mean, in the last slide I told you, what is monetary base or high powered money? Money which is created by RBI. So with 1 extra rupee, money supply will increase in what? In monetary base. Are we clear? Yes or no? From the above equation, we can determine the value of money multiplier. Very easy. This small m will be equal to what? Yes or no? This will be here, m divided by mb. Money supply divided by monetary base will be equal to money multiplier. Yes or no? Money multiplier m equals to what? Money supply divided by monetary base. Clear है इतना? Money multiplier m is defined as the ratio that leads what? Change in money supply to a given change in the monetary base. It is a ratio of the stock of money to the stock of high powered money. Stock of money means how much money you have in the market right now, divided by how much money you have in the monetary base. So stock of money divided by stock of monetary base. Are you clear? Yes or no? So for example, now you have 120 rupees in your pocket, or now the money supply is 120 and the base was 100. It means now what is the value of money multiplier? 0.2. It means as compared to monetary base, how much increase you have seen in the money supply? 20% increase. Are we clear? हाँ 1.2 आएगा, but 1 is to that base value, no? So 20% increase will be there, no? That's what I'm saying. Are we clear? Yes or no? What does this multiplier indicate? This multiplier, the multiplier indicates what multiple of monetary base is transformed into money supply. Means with a small increase in value or with a small increase in the money in the market, how much money supply has changed as compared to the monetary base. In other words, money and high powered money are related by the money multiplier. What is money multiplier? Relationship between money stock, that is money supply, and stock of monetary base. So money stock is money supply only. Money stock of money and stock of monetary base. That is what it is saying. That in other words, money and high powered money are related by the money multiplier. It shows the relationship between money supply and monetary base. Are you clear with this thing? Yes or no? We make two simplifying assumptions as follows. First, banks never hold excess reserves and individuals and non-bank corporations never hold currency. to work with this money multiplier, there are two assumptions which are made here. First, banks, whatever excess reserves they have, they will not keep it with themselves. They will give as a loan. They will put in the market. That is an assumption. It might not happen. Why? Sometimes bank might be willing to keep excess money with it. Bank might keep excess money with it for any XYZ reason. Yes or no?
Yes,
But assumption kya hai? Assumption is that banks will never hold excess reserves. Second thing, we are assuming that individuals and non-banking corporations, that is the companies, they will also never hold the currency. It means whatever money they will get, they will again deposit their money in the bank. Are we clear with this thing? If this happens, then only money multiplier will work. Are we clear with this thing? Sure?
sir, monetary base.
Money created by RBI. Clear है इतना? The question is very important. This money multiplier का size, what determines the size of the money multiplier? Try and understand what I'm trying to say. Higher the money multiplier का value means money supply is increasing more with a very small change. Lower the money multiplier का value means there is a less change in money supply. Yes or no? Yes or no? People, yes or no? Clear है? When money multiplier का value will increase 0.2 से 0.3, it means what? Money supply is 30% more than the monetary base. If it is 0.2, means what? It is 20% than of monetary base. Yes or no? My question is how we will decide the size of money multiplier. It will be more or less. How to determine it? That is what we are going to understand here. देखिए, मनी मल्टीप्लायर is the reverse of reserve ratio. Sir, how? The more money you keep in reserves, the less money is left to lend as a loan, and less will be the money supply. The less money you keep in reserves, the more money is left to create money supply, and more will be the money supply. That is the reason we are saying that M equals to what? 1 upon R. 1 upon R. RR basically means reserve ratio. Are you clear? Read the second point. It says deposits, unlike currency held by people, keep only a fraction of the high-powered money in reserves and rest is lent out to culminate in money creation. What happens? Whenever commercial bank will receive deposits, some deposits CRR, some SLR, and the balance amount will be given as a loan. Correct? If we are keeping more reserves here, less money will be there to lend the loan. What I was explaining you before, that is what same is written. And if you keep less money here reserves, you will get more money to lend as a loan. And more money here, less money for the loan. That is the reason we are saying, if R is the reserve ratio in the country for all commercial banks, then each unit of money reserves generates 1 upon R money. It means if you are spending 1 rupee, like if you put 1 additional rupee and the reserve ratio is 20%, if the reserve ratio is 20%, it means total reserve ratio I am saying. It means every rupee will generate how much extra money? 80 paisa, 80%. It means whatever reserve ratio will be, that part of this money will be reserved. It will go to reserve. Left out part is, we will use it for lending out. Yes or no? It means that will create money supply. Right? So that is what it is saying. Whatever reserve ratio is there, correct? Every rupee will generate how much money supply? 1 upon R. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If we
this is just the example. This is just the example. This works in a different way. I'm just giving you an example. If the reserve ratio is 20%, how much money will be used for lending out? 80%. So accordingly, it will generate the money. If the reserve ratio comes out to be 30%, here you will be able to use 70% of the additional rupee to generate money. That is what I'm trying to say. But the actual value of money multiplier will be 1 upon R. Are we clear? That is 1 upon R will be, if the R is 0.2, it will be, it means every 1 rupee will generate, we will increase money supply with 5 rupees. That is what is the effect is. Are you clear? Commercial bank ऐसे ही काम करता है, sir. The same way commercial bank will work. Shall we move in? The money multiplier approach to money supply. देखिए, it says the money multiplier approach to money supply propounded by Milton Friedman and Anna Schwartz considers 3 factors as immediate determinants of money supply. Abhi, previously I told you, money supply does not only depend upon the behavior of central bank, but also depends upon the behavior of commercial bank and public. So, according to Milton Friedman and Anna Schwartz, the 3 factors which are the determinants of money supply are the stock of high powered money. It means how much monetary base you have. That is the behavior of central bank. Yes or no? Who will create monetary base? High powered money, central bank. Then on what money supply will be determined? The ratio of reserves to deposits, that is the reserve ratio. It means how much reserves central banks are creating. Yes or no? That is the behavior of commercial bank. And third is the ratio of currency to deposits or currency deposit ratio. That is how much money public is depositing again in the bank. On all these 3 bases, we will decide what will be the money supply in the market. Are we clear? First is stock of high powered money. What is your monetary base? If your money supply is 120 and monetary base is 100, what will be the value of money multiplier? Right? If the value of monetary base is increasing, it is 120 by 120. It means there is no change in money supply. Why? It is the same. Actual money supply and the high powered money is same. It means value of money multiplier or how much money supply will be there or how much change money in money supply will be there. It will depend upon the first, high powered money. What is the value? Second, how much reserves commercial banks are creating. More the reserves, less the money supply. Less the reserves, more the money supply. 1 by R, reserve ratio. And third is, this thing will happen only when public will deposit its money in the bank. Yes or no? It means it depends upon the behavior of the public also, that how much money of their income they are depositing with the banks. Because ultimately, that will only contribute to the money supply. That money only will be used to lend monies, like loans. Yes or no? But if public is giving less inflow to the commercial bank, obviously, commercial bank will generate less money. And money supply will decrease. Are you clear with this thing? Yes or no? Yes, sure, guys? Yes. Guys, do we really understand this thing? Are we clear with this thing? Pakka? We are moving forward. That is the effect of government expenditure on money supply. Sir, does really government expenditure, whatever money government spends, will affect the money supply? That is what we have to understand here. It says, whenever the central and state government cash balances fall short of the minimum requirement, they are eligible to avail a facility called ways and means advances. Remember this term, ways and means advances. It could be there in your MCQ. Okay? Or also known as OD facility, that is overdraft facility. Now, every government, state government or central government has to maintain reserves. And for these reserves, there is always a minimum limit. If government is spending more and because of which these reserves are depleting, it means they are falling below the minimum level. In that case, what these governments have to do? They have to fulfill that minimum level. How will they do it? By using a facility, what we call ways and means facility advances or overdraft facility. Try and understand the name. The name only is advances. The government will take the credit so that the reserves could be fulfilled. Are we clear? Yes or no? When Reserve Bank of India lends to the government under WMA or OD, what is WMA? Ways and means advances or overdraft facility, it results in the generation of excess reserves. More reserves will be created. When RBI will give loan to the central and state government, more reserves will be created. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Why this government has taken this money from the Reserve Bank? To maintain this reserve? Because it was less. And when this loan will come, what government will do with that money? First, it will create the reserve so that this reserve comes to this minimum level.
So my doubt is which reserve?
They have to keep the reserves. Central bank and state government. Central government and state government, they have to maintain reserves. An amount in their government so that which can be used in emergency purpose. So this is about the effect of government expenditure on money supply. See people, whenever central and state governments cash balances fall short of the minimum requirement, they are eligible to avail of a facility called ways and means advances and overdraft facility. When they spend more, when the government spend out of their reserves, what they have to keep the minimum. It means there is a minimum requirement of reserve. Their expenditure is increasing and this reserve is falling short. This reserve is falling short. Are we clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, this reserve is falling short. It means what? Government expenditure is increasing. Increase in government expenditure, don't you think it will result in increase in public income also? Expenditure of government is the income of the public, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
When public will earn more, where this public will keep its money? In the commercial bank. And commercial bank will further maintain the reserves with the RBI. It means what? When RBI lends to governments under WMA or OD, when government will receive more money from the RBI, government will spend more.
Yes, sir.
Public will earn more income. Public will keep more money with the commercial bank and commercial bank will keep more reserves with the RBI. Ultimately, what will happen? Generation of excess reserves. That is excess balances of commercial banks with the Reserve Bank. Yes or no? This happens because when government incurs expenditure, it involves debiting the government balances with the RBI and creating the receiver's account with the commercial bank. I am government, you are my employees. When I will spend money, when I will pay you your wages, it is my debit transaction, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
My account will reduce, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
On the same point, your account will increase with the same amount, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is what it is saying. When who is my bank? RBI. Who is your bank? Commercial. So when I will spend more, my balance with RBI will decrease. When you will earn more, your balance with the commercial bank will increase. And when commercial bank ka balance will increase, commercial bank will keep more reserves with RBI. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sure. The excess reserves thus created can potentially lead to an increase in money supply through the money multiplier process. The more I spend, the more you earn. The more you earn, the more money you keep in the commercial bank. The more money commercial bank receives, the more money commercial bank will have to lend loan again. And ultimately, the more lending of loan will increase the money supply in the market. So yes, of course, government expenditure has an effect on money supply. Your doubt is that what is this excess reserve talking about? When government will spend more, you will earn more, you will keep more money with the commercial bank. Commercial bank will keep more reserves with the RBI, and it means commercial bank has more money to lend loan, which will increase money supply. It means this chain started from the expenditure of the government. So it means, yes, of course, government expenditure has a good impact on money supply. Are we clear? Yes or no? People, yes, everyone? Yes, sir. ऐसा होता है ना, the emergency, your doubt is the reserve of the government was for the expenditure. Of course, yes. देखिए, government, when, what could be the possible situation where the government is spending money from its minimum reserves? There should be an emergency only, no? Then only government will use the minimum reserve ka amount, and for that purpose only that reserve was being kept by the government with the RBI. So it is using it. Exactly, it could be a situation where government is pulling out money from the minimum reserves, what it has to maintain. Right? So it is okay. It is an emergency. That is the reason government is pulling out the money from the minimum reserve, and the chain is working. Are we clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? Have you heard about government deficit? What is government deficit? Government deficit is the government ka loss. Government loss means what? Government income is less than government expenditure. Expenses are more than the income. When your expenses are more than income, ultimately there will be a situation where you have to take money out of your saving. That is your minimum reserves. That is what is happening, beta. Are you clear? Yes or no? Of course, you are correct that when government will spend money in the case of emergency, but don't forget the basic rule. It may be an emergency, but whatever money I am spending will be your income only. The purpose of spending money will not affect the nature of the money. Yes or no? A patient dying on the deathbed, he is lying on the deathbed. His relatives depositing 10 lakh rupees in the hospital. Sorry, it is a dire emergency. My patient will die. Please treat him. It is the acute situation. But still, nature of money is my expenditure and hospital ka. Same रहेगा ना भाई. Are you clear? चलिए. The last topic is credit multiplier. Abhi tak we are talking about the money multiplier. Now we are talking about the credit multiplier, right? Let's see. It says the credit multiplier, also referred to as the deposit multiplier or the deposit expansion multiplier, describes the amount of additional money created by a commercial bank through the process of lending the available money it has in excess of the commercial central bank's reserves requirement. Commercial bank is having, let us say, 100 crores extra after creating reserves with the central bank. Are we clear? How commercial bank will use this money? Commercial bank will use this money to lend the amount. Yes or no? Now, whenever commercial bank will lend money, money supply will increase. Yes or no? Correct? This measure, credit multiplier, explains how much new money will be created by the banking system for a given increase in the high-powered money. So, whenever this money is increasing, how much change will be there in the total money supply because of the credit money? We are not talking about the previous amount. We are not talking about the money multiplier here. We are talking about the credit money. Here, the role of commercial bank is important. Here, money supply is increasing. Why? Because commercial bank is injecting more money in the economy. Now we are analyzing that when commercial bank will inject more money in the economy, because of which how much change will be there in the money supply because of the credit money created. Are we clear? So change in money supply because of the additional credit money will be measured by credit multiplier. It reflects a bank's ability to increase the money supply. It means here who is increasing money supply? Not the central bank but commercial bank. So credit multiplier tells how much increase in money supply can be brought by commercial bank by lending more money. Are you understanding the part? Yes or no? Yes or no? Credit multiplier is reciprocal of the required reserve ratio. So if required reserve ratio is 20%, the credit multiplier will be 1 upon 0.20, that is 5. Same as the money multiplier. The working will remain same. The point is there the role of central bank is there, and here in this credit multiplier role of commercial bank is being highlighted. That is it. Kuch bhi nahi hai. It is just about the role. Who is increasing the money supply? Central bank, commercial bank. That is it. Nothing else. Are we clear? Clear नहीं है? क्या clear नहीं है? इसमें बताओ. यहाँ पर money supply, how it is increasing? What is the source of increase in money supply? The more loans from the commercial bank. So who is increasing money supply here? Commercial bank is increasing the money supply here. There, how money supply was increasing? It was a chain. Behavior of central bank, behavior of commercial bank, behavior of public. This is the crux, ekdam end mein. This much of money is left with the commercial bank. Now it is up to the commercial bank whether commercial bank will lend this money to the public or not. It means here this credit multiplier will be impacted by only the behavior of commercial bank. Clear hai? Are you guys clear? Yes or no?
Sir, when the commercial bank more loan provide, तो हम इसको क्या कहते हैं सर कि ये ज़्यादा इंक्रीमेंट हो रहा है?
When your question is when commercial bank will provide more loan, what it will be? It will be increase in money supply only. Okay, how do you calculate it? Credit multiplier equals to 1 by required reserve ratio. That is the total of CRR and SLR. Are we clear? Sure. Which is somewhere around 24 point some percent today. CRR plus SLR. It means every commercial bank almost has the capability of using 74 or 75% approximately of deposit money to create loan.